Hello friends, hope that you are happy, safe and healthy at your home. Welcome in today's lesson. Today we will discuss properties of different types of quadrilaterals. You must know what are the properties of these quadrilaterals, right? So three columns I made here, one for type of the quadrilateral, second is for sides and third is for diagonals. So we will compare, we will discuss today's properties of quadrilateral in respect of their type, their sides and their diagonals, right? First I written here parallelogram. See, in parallelogram, although we have already discussed all things about the parallelogram, let me remind again. Parallelograms, if we talk about the sides of parallelogram, opposite sides of parallelogram are same, right? And parallel, right? And if you talk about their diagonals, they bisect each other at the point of their intersection, right? So this is example of parallelogram. This is parallelogram. This is A, suppose this is B, this is C, this is D, right? So AB is opposite to BC. So according to the definition of parallelogram, opposite sides are same. So we can say that AD is equals to BC. Similarly, AB is the opposite side of AB is CD. So we can say that AB equals to CD also. And one more thing, opposite sides are always parallel. So AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to CD. Right? One more property we have already discussed. Sum of co-interior angles of parallelogram, that is they are supplementary, means sum of both the angles will be equals to 180. This is another property. Hope you understand. We have already discussed all the things. And in respect of diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Suppose this is the point of intersection O. So we can say that OB equals to OD and OA equals to OC. Right? You should know all these properties regarding to parallelogram. That's why I am discussing it. Right? Now second type I am taking here, that is rhombus. Rhombus. As we know that in rhombus all sides are same. All the sides are same. Right? And what about their diagonals? Diagonals are perpendicular bisect. Perpendicular bisectors to each other. You should know this is rhombus. This is rhombus. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Right? So all the sides of rhombus are same. Since all the sides are same, it means all angles are also same. Right? And their diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. So they all are forming 90 degree here. They bisect each other at 90 degree. Here, suppose this is the intersection point O. OB and OD. OB and OD are same, right? And OA and OC are also same. since they are bisecting each other. And we can also say that OB is perpendicular to OA, means this angle is of 90 degrees. Similarly, here also angle is 90 degree, here also and here also. So we can say that diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. Hope you understand. Third type I am taking here, that is rectangle. So what are the properties of rectangle? Rectangles, we know that opposite sides are same, right? You all know very well about rectangles. Opposite sides are same. Each angle is of 90 degree, right? Opposite sides are always same and each angle is of 90 degree. What about diagonals? Diagonals are equal in length. This is very important property of this rectangle in respect of their diagonals, right? So this is an example of rectangle. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. All angles are of 90 degree, right? And opposite sides are same, means AD equals to BC, AB equals to CD. Of course, opposite sides are parallel also. You must know this. And what about diagonals? Diagonals are equal in length, means AC equals to BD. AC is the diagonal and BD is also a diagonal, right? So, according to the definition of properties of rectangle, it says that diagonals of rectangle are equal in length. So, AC equals to BD, AC equals to BD, right? Next quadrilateral I am taking here, that is square. Square, right? So what is the property of a square in respect of their sides? All sides are same. And of course 90 degree, right? So all the sides of a square are same and each angle of 90 degree. So what is the property regarding diagonals? Bisect each other. This is the very first property. They are bisecting each other. Second one, equal in length. And one more is there, that diagonals are perpendicular to each other. These are very important properties. So, all sides of square, this is a square. All sides are same. All sides are same. And all sides are of 90 degree. All angles are of 90 degree. And it means AD equals to BC equals to AB equals to CD. We can say that all the sides are same and opposite sides are parallel also. Since opposite sides are parallel, each angle is of 90 degree. Now, what about their diagonals? AC and this BD, these two are diagonal. So, first property is bisect each other. Suppose this is the intersection point, so we can say that OB equals to OD, right? And OA equals to OC from this property. Now this was the first, this was the second, and this was the third. Now second is equal in length. This is very important property. Means diagonals are equal in length. So we can say that AC equals to BD. Means this diagonal will be equals to this diagonal, since all the sides are same. That's why, right? And third is, this is also very important, diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Means 90 degree, they meet at 90 degree. It means we can say that OB is perpendicular to OA. So since diagonals are bisecting each other, diagonals are equal in length and diagonals are perpendicular to each other, it means we can say that OA equals to OC equals to OB equals to OD. It means all diagonals, these are same. OA equals to OC equals to OB and equals to OD. These are very important property. You must know these properties of square. Hope you understand. Now one more type of quadrilateral I am taking here, that is kite. Kite, since kite have four sides, that's why it is also a quadrilateral. We have already discussed in our previous classes. So kite, you recall please, what was the definition of kite? What was the definition of kite? You just take your time and recall it. Two pairs of sides I have already written there, are equal. Two pairs are equal, right? And diagonals are perpendicular to one another. And one more property is there, one of the diagonals bisect each other. This is very important. So two pairs are equal. Let me draw kite first. This is the example of kite. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. AB equals to AD, right? And second pair is BC equals to CD. AB equals to AD and BC equals to CD. According to the definition of kite, two pairs are equal, right? And what about diagonals? Diagonals are perpendicular to one another. So BD and AC, these are two diagonals. You can see here. So first property says that diagonals are perpendicular to each other. This is intersection point. So this angle is of 90 degree. So we can say that here OA is perpendicular to OB. This OA is perpendicular to OB, or OB is perpendicular to OA. Since according to definition, according to the properties, we can say that diagonals are perpendicular to one another, right? And second property is one of the diagonals bisect each other. So here you can see OB equals to OD. This diagonal, they are bisecting each other. Only one of the diagonal bisect each other. This is very important property. You must know this. So OB is equals to OD, right? Hope you understand, guys. This was all about that properties of quadrilaterals. So today we have discussed here 5 types of quadrilaterals: parallelogram, then rhombus, then rectangle, then square, and at last kite. Now this was all about the summary of the properties, and your next lesson, your next exercise, that is exercise 3.4, is based on these properties of quadrilaterals. If you know the properties of these quadrilaterals, then only you are able to solve, to give answers these questions which are given in your exercise 3.4. That's why I discussed here all the properties. Now see, your exercise 3.4, there is no written work at all, right? You have to just watch, just recall the properties, and you have to give answers according to the properties of the quadrilateral. So I am leaving this exercise, I am giving you this exercise as an assignment, and till evening I will summarize it, I will make the question in proper format, and I will send you assignment. So hope you will be able to solve all these problems, all these assignments that today evening I will assign you, right? So that's why I summarize here all the properties. I just discussed all the properties, and now the ball is on your court. You please recall all the properties, read it from your book also if you can, and if you have book, you can read from your book also. All the properties are given there, and I explain all the properties also. So take the question from your book and try to solve them by using these properties, right guys? And in today's lesson, now some students, they are facing problems in different sums in the exercise 3.3. They messaged me that sir, we are having problem in such questions. So 3-4 questions today we will discuss for them. Those are having problem in this, right? So exercise 3.3. One boy, he is having a problem in question number 10. The question is, explain how this figure is trapezium. One figure is given over there. Let me draw this figure. Here is K, here is L, here is M, here is N, right? And this angle is given here, it is of 100 degree. Second angle is of 80 degree. Now question is, how we can say that this figure is trapezium? You have to find it, how it is trapezium. So you can say here, see, two angles, angle M and angle L, these angles are given 80 degree. So 180 degree, and their sum, you can see here, their sum is 180 degree, means they are forming supplementary, they are supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles? If sum of two angles is 180, then we can say that angles are supplementary angles to each other. So 100 is supplementary of 80 degree, 80 degree is supplementary of 100 degree. So it means angle M and angle L are co-interior angles, right? And if two angles are co-interior and they are supplementary to each other, it means we can say that these two lines NL is parallel to KL. Why these are parallel? Because angle, these two angles are interior angles and their sum is 180 degree, that is supplementary angles. So we can say that NN is parallel to KL, means these two sides are parallel, and this is the definition of trapezium also. If one of the pair is parallel, so we can say that this quadrilateral is trapezium, right? So you can write here, since one pair, which pair? NM and KL are parallel. So KLMN is trapezium. Hope you understand why it is trapezium. Since two angles are of 180, they are forming supplementary angles. That's why these two lines are parallel lines. So this comes in the definition of trapezium. We can say this diagram is example of trapezium. Right? One more question is there. One boy was having problem in this question also. Question number 11. One diagram is given there. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. This is 120 degree. Right? A, B, C, D. And one more thing is given here. AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. This AB is parallel to this. Is exactly same case. If these two lines are parallel, it means we can say that these two angles are supplementary angles. Right? So it is given already there. AB is parallel to DC. It means angle C and angle B are supplementary angles. Since why these are supplementary? Because these are co-interior angles, and their sum, it means angle C plus angle B is 120. Their sum will be 180. So angle C equals to 180 minus 120, that is angle C equals to 60 degree. Right? So you have to find angle C. So we can say that angle C is, it means measure of angle C is 60 degree. This is a very simple question. Right? One more question is there. Question number 12. This is the last question of this exercise. One diagram is also given there. Let me draw this diagram first. Here right angle is given. This is P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S. And this angle is given 130 degree. Right? And it is given there SP is parallel to RQ. It is given, and we have to find angle P and angle S. This angle and this angle we have to find. This angle is already given, it is 90 degree. Since it is a symbol of right angle, so it is 90 degree, it is 130 degree. Now it is given there SP, this line segment is parallel to RQ, this line segment. So it means this angle P and angle Q are co-interior angles. Right? So their sum will be 180 degree. So you can write here angle P and angle Q are co-interior angles. Why these are co-interior? Because two parallel lines are given there and they are forming in between these two parallel lines. So angle P we don't know, angle Q we have here, it is 130 degree. So sum is 180, therefore angle P equals to 180 minus 130. So angle P equals to 60 degree. So this angle is 60. Right? Now you can easily find angle S. How you can find? By using angle sum property of quadrilaterals, right? So by angle sum property of quadrilateral. What is angle sum property of quadrilateral? We say that sum of all angles equals to angle P plus angle Q plus angle R plus angle S equals to 360 degree. Right? Angle P we have already calculated. Angle Q is 130. Angle R is given 90. Angle S we have to find, and 360 is given. Now you have to add all these together. Right? 130 and 90, it is 220 plus 60, 280 equals to 360. Right? So (280) plus angle S equals to 360. Angle S equals to 360 minus 280. So angle S equals to, what will come after subtraction? 80 degree. So angle S is 80 degree. Right? This is 80 degree. So angle P is 60 degree. Angle QS is 80 degree. So guys, this exercise has been finished now. Today the question that I solved here, these questions, student asked me to please solve these questions in the video. That's why I solved these questions today. And today also we discussed the properties of different types of quadrilateral, right? Hope you understand all the properties. Once again I am reminding you, exercise 3.4 I am leaving for you only. You just read all the questions carefully, then recall all the properties of quadrilateral and try to solve these problems. If there is problem, you let me know, then I will solve your problem. Right? So guys, thank you so much to being with us. Thank you so much.